I usually get up in the morning around 6:30 a.m. After that, I will brush my teeth, fetch my water, take a shower, feed my animal, put on my uniform, then I rush to school.
When lunchtime arrives, Peter helps out collecting in food tickets as students receive their food. The menu today is beans and ugali made from sorghum. It is common for students to sit together and share their food from the same plate. Eating wet food with only your hand takes a bit of skill.
I help my family by fetching water, staying together with them, showing them respect, obeying their words, and do other activities in the home, like digging and others. I dig tomatoes, maize, and I sell them and I get income of buying my school items, like pens and books and uniform even.
In St. Joseph Primary School, we have 1,320 pupils. Now, in my class, we have 89.
Sometimes, due to conditions of the war, children come 11 years, 12 years of age. We take them in primary one. 200,000 kids in South Sudan are going without education. We have a lot of challenges. One, the situation in the country is not good. Feeding is a problem. Some other children have nothing. They don't have money, their parents are not working. You will find out that some children come from home without even taking tea. We don't have books. The books we are given by the government are few. And at the moment, we only have copies for teachers to teach in the classes.
Because where I live is so far, so sometimes there is no transport. So I come late at school.
We have hope in this country that tomorrow it will come into normal. What is there? We are only asking our governments to look, especially education in the country. Education, because it is the key even for development. When we leave these children to go minus education, at the end of the time, the country will fail.
Education is our hope for future. And we want to tell to our young generation that let us forget the past and let us forgive one another. No gun has ever developed a nation, but education has done that.
Over 7 million people have been affected by this compounding emergency of the war, of the drought, of the lack of food. It's very difficult to find anybody throughout the country that hasn't been affected in some way by this disaster. And trauma is evident in many people that we do speak to.
We have really suffered. We have suffered, we have lost lives, thousands of lives. In South Sudan, when there is peace, there is life. Without peace, there's no life.
And called up the Honorable Kaka. Jina sai, بدون دم بدون نال بدون أي شيء بدون أكل. وجينا هنا بمركب. وقعنا هنا. لكن ما في شيء. والله مشان بداية ناسا من يوم كنا قرب الدلة مشي كابس ما بطريقة ثانية. كان أول كان في كاكا كان بزراعية وسهنا ما بطريقة.
8 والناس جورو. هنا جايرين مخشينا جوا البحر ملابس بحر أكلوا بقى العيال ذاته غرقوا في البحر يا وجينا كم يوم في الشارع بقى الناس ناموا في الغابة ما بعرف ما الجنة بتاعك بقى العيال لقطنا في المرلوط هنا
As you could see, just behind me here are families that are in a feeding center receiving plumpy nut for children that are malnourished. And on my left, some of their shelters that they're sheltering under, and some are still under construction. And around me are some of the children who have been also affected by the conflict and are currently staying at Don Bosco.
After the people got their houses burnt, they had nowhere to seek refuge except in the church. And the father opened the door of the church for them to come and take refuge there. Some of them have lost members of families who were killed during the conflict. So we have orphans here in this IDP camp here in Remenze. We also have widows. We identify the most vulnerable members from the community. Like, for example, we have a list of children who are malnourished. We have a list of elderly women. We have a list of the disabled.
When people are displaced, we don't want to keep them to be lukewarm. No spoon feeding. So what we need to do is to equip, to make our people strong, to be self-reliant. We give them tools, we give them seeds, and make them to go and dig for themselves. And even they love that. One thing here which our people they like is they don't want too much dependence. They don't want a lot of dependence. That's why here, even if you hear about conflicts here, it will be hard for you to see people in camps. Our people don't like staying in camps. They like staying, doing their thing for themselves, feeding themselves.
There is life coming back to Remenze now, and I could see the IDPs have done some planting, they have harvested. So there is some hope that with the relative calm now, maybe in a few months to come, because most of them are in the vicinity of the church here. They have actually not come from far away. They are just from the neighboring villages. It's in the dry spell, that's when they will be able to go back to their homesteads and reconstruct their houses that were burnt. And we shall have a fewer number staying here in the church. I hope so.
طبعا مباراة منظمة جاب لنا شوية حاجات وجات ما تم للناس بوق ناقص باقي الناس ما صرفوا
بالذات منظمة بيقولوا كارتس ونشكر جدا منظمة الذي هو سهم أكثر مننا من المناطق جنوب السودان هنا.
I'm calling for children, pupils, students in New Zealand and all these other young age to put themselves in the shoes of those children who are here, who are not able to go to school, those children who are not able to eat, those children who have been wounded by gunshots. I want them to put themselves in that shoes. I want them to think about something that can help. We need help to be able to have people to afford something to eat, to be able to give these people seeds to plant and they have something to harvest, to carry out peace building programs. All these things need funding. So I'm calling for the people on the other part of the world to do fundraising for us in South Sudan.